from yesterday, the big takeaway that I had after practice was done, it was like Davis Mills hype season. Sean Mapes and I were in the office after the show was done. And remember, Sean, we're looking at the TV and all of a sudden a TV package starts and it's about Davis Mills. Davis Mills might have a long neck, but Davis Mills does not have a long shot to make you believe. I don't know. It's something like that, right? Like that's generally what you get with some of these TV packages. But they had a whole TV package about him. I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a second. Why? But the hype continued yesterday. He did an interview with Good Morning Football on the NFL Network. He was on the flagship station doing an interview as well. I think it was Greg Cosell, who a lot of people trust when it comes to film evaluation, had some very positive things to say about him that we played on the show a couple of days ago. And yesterday we heard from Mike Lombardi, another NFL talking head that I trust, talking about Mills on the bench yesterday.
If Davis Mills were picked where Justin Fields was picked, if Davis Mills was picked where Mac Jones was picked, if he was picked where Zach Wilson or any of these guys, Trey Lance, we'd all be talking about how the Texans may have found their quarterback of the future. But because he was picked in the third round, everybody questions whether he's good enough. Look, this kid comes from great pedigree. Injuries have set him back. And I think that, where they got him in the third round is he's proven last year that besides Mac Jones, he was the best rookie quarterback.
But is that really saying anything? And I just want people to get a cold bucket of ice and pour it wherever you need to pour it. Maybe you pour it down your back. Maybe you pour it all over your you-know-whats. You got to calm down. And I'm going to specifically point to something that, and this is all training camp reporting. People actually keep track of quarterback attempts and quarterback completions. I'll give people credit for this. It means that they have a damn good attention span when they're out at practice. But when you are reporting a quarterback's attempts, completions, statistics during sessions where guys are, in shorts, aren't you trying a little bit too hard? And I do want to say, welcome to town, DJ Bien-Aimé. Hopefully I said the name correctly. But I saw this tweet yesterday. Everyone was going nuts over it. It blew up. And I just thought to myself, we got to pause. Davis Mills went 13 for 17 in team drills with 2 touchdown throws during the red zone session from the 22 period. He also went 6 for 6 with 4 touchdown passes during red zone from the 12 and 7-on-7. Best practice I've seen from him. Very good day. We got to calm down when we see stuff like this. And look, I'm not disagreeing necessarily with what DJ was saying when he was out there. He's reporting it. He saw it with his own eyes. And again, I give him credit for keeping tabs on all of those numbers. But we're talking about practice here, and we're talking about practice against a team that doesn't have a very good defense. And we're also talking about practice where Davis Mills is not really throwing the football down the field that much. He's not stretching the field. Is that necessary to succeed in the NFL as a quarterback? Not necessarily, unless it's a 3rd and long or something like that. So we got this from DJ today. Practice is over. Davis Mills balled again. He threw the ball 19 times, and the ball wasn't complete. Only 4 times, one of those was a spike. He was 11 for 14 on team drills, a couple of touchdowns during team and red zone, threw passes at all 3 levels, 4 for 5 during 7-on-7 with 2 touchdowns in the red zone. And you're seeing all these statistics, and you're seeing all of the hype that circulates around it. And the diehard Texans people out there that are like, yeah, this guy's the guy. I'm just telling you right now, he's probably not the guy. Stop making assumptions. He's gotten a lot of hype over the last 24 hours. You got to calm down. You got to calm down. You see this every single year with young quarterbacks. We saw it with Justin Fields. Everyone was excited about Justin Fields in training camp. Everyone was excited about Mitchell Trubisky in training camp. Those are 2 Bears quarterbacks. It's all about the situation that you're in. Zach Wilson, there's excitement about him. There's excitement still about him. Is that actually going to work out? Do we really believe that Zach Wilson is going to work out in New York? You're going to have your preconceived notions of a lot of these quarterbacks out there. All I'm trying to tell you is that the stuff that takes place in practice, training camp, preseason games, I would like to say that you can take something out of it and say, yes, I know that quarterback X, Y, or Z is going to be something. But we all know it doesn't mean a damn thing. It really doesn't. It can make you feel optimistic at best. And that's all you should allow it to do. You should not let it give any more breathing room. You should not give it any more gasoline, anything else to let those flames of excitement continue to burn in your pants. You don't want to do it. And I'm just warning people to stop. We have been here. We have seen this. How long have we been watching quarterbacks in this city since the Texans came back? How long? Honestly, too long, because they've all been bad, haven't they? Ultimately, they're not enough. I know I'm someone who wants what he can't have. I know I'm somebody that consistently will tell you that I always feel like I can do better. Well, you should always feel that about your quarterbacks. And I mean, what is Davis Mills' best case scenario? What is he? Kirk Cousins? Which isn't bad, by the way, right? I mean, you would take a Kirk Cousins right now compared to what you've had over the last couple of years, which is like, all right, wow, Tyrod Taylor, after he hasn't been stabbed in the chest by a needle. Woo! Rookie Davis Mills. Insert other rando quarterbacks that maybe were in instead of Deshaun Watson. All of the quarterbacks before Deshaun Watson. We've been here. We've done that. And what troubles me is that people that are out at training camp, and I'm not saying that what they're seeing is incorrect. I just feel like they are fanning the flames of excitement. And I'm at the point right now where I'm like, hey, I hope he does well in camp. I know that whenever he throws the ball to Brandon Cooks, he's going to do well. We'll see what happens with Nico Collins this year. Big body. At the very least, that's something to get somewhat excited about, though he did have a ball bounce off his chest in the red zone earlier today. You just can't be talking yourself, though, into this idea that Mills is taking this big step forward. There are so many obstacles that are potentially in his way. One of them is Lovie Smith, who, if you have been paying attention during all of the press conferences that Smith has had, Smith has consistently talked about how I want Mills to take care of the football. I don't think he seems to have much of a problem with Mills taking what's available to him. But at the end of the day, you want a guy that's going to be allowed to progress. I just don't know that that's necessarily possible here. And I think that the best case scenario version of Davis Mills that you're getting is like maybe a Kirk Cousins. So sorry to go all in on one segment about Davis Mills. I know that there's a lot of positive buzz around the guy right now. Maybe it'll be correct. I hope it's right. I really do. But we have been here and done that for too long to take a couple of things that took place at practice and say to ourselves, this is different. Because there's nothing that I've seen out there that makes me feel like, oh, this guy's special. Would I see that at training camp? I guess I possibly wouldn't, but I think we're deluding ourselves right now. And I'm not blaming the reporters. They are reporting what they see. I'm just saying those numbers and getting excited about those numbers, just keep it in context. Take it with a grain of salt and chill the bleep out.